community here in Amsterdam. To be precise, I'm from the Blessed Trinity Catholic Church, Zeisberg in Geene. Standing on established protocol, I say a big welcome to both the Nigerian community and the Dutch police representative here. I also want to say a very big welcome to Reverend Dr. Helen Roth. As we all know, today's discussion is tailored towards a peaceful coexistence of Nigerian communities and our host country, which is undoubtedly home and second country to most of us. In as much as we can all agree that 80% of our time is spent here in the Netherlands, we still have a great attachment with our original country, and this attachment has a way of affecting our general behavior. This is what I would describe as culture clash. It is this culture clash that sometimes gets us in trouble. In maintaining our lifestyle, we end up committing an offense. For instance, it is a way of life in Nigeria to keep pressing the horn of your vehicle to draw the attention of a friend or a relative you sight on the motorway. But whereas such actions in the Netherlands attracts a fine. We understand that laws are laws and they must be obeyed. Please, we need to make it clear that we have no intention of breaking any law whatsoever. Rather, we need to coexist peacefully, irrespective of the culture clash. Please, we are asking for a fair consideration as we are working so hard to integrate fully into our new system, irrespective of the culture clash. I thank you all.
The issue of the immigration you say you cannot answer. I don't know if it is possible for you as a police officer to help us to invite the immigration police to be here next time so that they'll be able to answer our questions, especially the issue of amnesty, because it's more than 15 years the Netherlands granted amnesty.
I understand what
Don't you see that?
I understand.
So it's like having a dual. We can't understand you. We can't really understand how. So please, help.
Yeah, I can understand. Like we have a part in this job, and when for instance the housing, what was mentioned that when somebody helps another out inside his house, well, when a corporation who rents a house to a person who is registered here in Holland gets a house, he's not allowed to rent that house to somebody else when it's social housing. It's not allowed to ask money for it, because that person can also maybe have get money from the city for helping, supporting in life, and when he's renting the rooms to other persons, they say, well, it's not allowed in Holland, so I can change that, and that's not going to change, I think, in a very short time during legislation. But what the second part of what you said, when the police comes to the house and we need to help with evicting people, yeah, the problem is that's our job, and when we are asked to execute that job, we need to do it. It's not our choice. But there's also another part. There was a question what I had yesterday from a police student who said, well, what is happening when I go to a house? We were called for domestic violence, for example. We go to the house, inside the house live 5 families who are undocumented in the house, but nobody in the house has the name on the register that it's their house. It's rented to them on an illegal way. She said, but we need to file a report to the corporation that there are living people in the house who are not supposed to live there because of the laws. As she said, and when I make a report, then the people will be sent out. We'll put out the house, and the house will leave the rightful owner. And so that's a dilemma. That's something that we are trying to discuss with each other, because when the people are asking you for help, you go there to provide help in the house. And in the house you find out as a police that there are living people who are not registered there. Then you need to think about it as a police officer. Well, what are my next steps? I'm going to report it, or are you keep it that way and telling the people that this is a difficult situation that they are in and you're leaving? So it's a difficult way, because during when you say, as the law says, in our appointments with the woningcorporatie in the gemeente says that we need to report it. But on the other side, we also have the right to make sure that the law is served rightfully. And that part there is, that's the way that we try to look at it. And sometimes we don't report it because we know what the effect will be when we report it. And I'm looking to my colleague.
Well, I cannot, I think you said already enough about that. But in a dialogue, and I hope, forgive me if I change it, you also have the opportunity to ask something back. And I've listened to many of you, and what really puzzles me is when we do our job, do you, as a Nigerian community, have a feeling that we treat Nigerians or Africans in general, like the gentleman over there said, different than other people? Because what I ask from my team members is that they treat everybody the same. So if they come somewhere where there is, we need to do our job, what I expect from them is that they treat you with respect, that they do their job, but they don't treat you different from other people. So what I really would like to hear is when you get in contact with my colleagues, do you have the feeling that they treat you with respect?
My name is Nicholas. At least I have been here for the past 30 years. I want to let the police know that Nigerians are law-abiding citizens. But there is something we don't like. Take for instance, my father or my parents are dead, and when before they died, they shared their wealth, and that wealth, every individual has to decide what he will use his own for. Here in Netherlands, many of us here, the people you see here, don't look at them as poor people. They are not poor. But here, due to this situation, our leaders gave us, that's why some people are here. Take for instance, I'm using myself as an example. The wealth I got from my parents. My fee, I sold those things. I decided upon myself to buy a car worth 100,000 euros to drive it. The moment, the system here in Nigeria, you can put roadblock, you control cars passing. But here in the Netherlands, there's nothing like that. The system here is you are driving your car, the system knows who has the car. And the moment police see that that person driving the car is from Nigeria, they will stop the person. And the moment that person is stopped, probably they will say, "Back the car. What do you do?" That's the first question. What do you do to drive this type of car? And if I want to give you an example, a friend of mine or a relative visited me from Germany. The guy who came with G-Wagon. G-Wagon is maybe about 200 million, 200,000 euros. When they saw the system is clearing Nigerian name. Police here in Amsterdam arrested, stopped us, and I was inside the car. They asked the guy, "How manage?" And the guy who was driving the car is working with Shell, and he's one of the big people in Shell, receiving his salary with euro or dollars. So that type of thing, when I'm talking personally, when I see that type of thing, we are embarrassed. It doesn't go well. That one is number one. Number two, I've been here, as I told you, 30 years. Whether illegal or documented, have been here.
Sir.
I'm coming, please. I want to explain something to them. I want to, please. And I almost finished. I went to work at Amsterdam around 9:30 p.m. Police came just for me. 12 policemen came because of me. They asked, "How did you manage to get papers to work here?" 10 years ago, because they had a Nigerian is working there. So, what I'm trying to explain to you is that type of thing doesn't go well. Thank you.
Last questions or? Okay, please go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We already had the question of the shop was closed, and 1 hour rule. I can tell what the 1 hour rule could be in such case, because I don't know the individually case, so I can react on that. But sometimes we do checks on shops. That's something that we do with the city hall enforcers, and also with other parts of the law enforcement in Holland. And well, there are different reasons why a shop can be closed. And I heard this before, that people say from the Nigerian community, well, why are all our shops closed and not other shops? I've been to some of those control days. I participated because of my job. I want to know what is happening and what can I give back to the communities after such a day. But when a shop is closed, it's not. There need to be a lot of laws who are not in order, or there need to be legislation which is not being followed, and therefore our mayor can choose to close a shop because it's not following the rules, or there's something wrong with the inventory, or there are being, for example, people working who don't have documents, or there are different kind of reasons why a shop can be closed. So I can't completely answer your questions, but I know it happens. And we don't look at shops we don't look to the owner what its origin is or its country of origin is. It's just when we have when we check shops, we check all the shops. And every shop where there's something wrong, I know that the City Hall gives them a notice to repair all the faults, or when the felonies are high or large felonies, they can choose to close the shop. That's also that's not our. We don't have the right to close the shop, but it's always that from the mayor is the one to choose if the shop closes or not. And she needs to have all the details and all the facts, and then after that she can make an opinion about closing the shop.
Which of the mayors have that office? Because I contacted the mayor, and I contacted the second mayor as well. What's her name? And then she referred me to the one, the case is in his domain, Rahul. So I sent message to Rahul that we would like to know what is happening, and then if he would at least give us an attention. So.
Are you now talking about this shop on the Hansen? Yeah, I know.
So,
yeah.
So as you said, the mayor has the right. The mayor has the right. So I want you to know which of the mayors, because we have 3 of them who are.
Well, when I talk about the mayor, I talk about Femke Halsema. She's the mayor. When I talk about Tanja is the voorzitter of Southeast. She's for the she called Stadsdeel.
Yeah.
She's Stadsdeel voorzitter. Sorry?
You mentioned something about
yeah.
Can you please tell me what you do know about the shop you guys?
Well, what I know is what I read in the papers. Because we as police are no party in this what's happening over there. Because I read what happened between the owner and the corporation. And that Rochdale, what happened between Rochdale and I took notice of what was written in the paper, and I shared it with the police chief also. I said, well, what's happening there? I don't know what's happening there. I don't know if we have any part in it, or can we do something, but it's a large issue, what's happening now. So yeah, that's the thing that I know. More information is not shared with us because we are not the party who is who has any doing with this case. So yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. We are Nigerian community, and this is a trauma that is challenging us now. And we came to dialogue. The dialogue is that I feel that 2 of them are here. Maybe it's right for us to ask them. They can speak a little bit because we are coming as Nigerians to back on upon what happens to them, because I feel like what they are doing is right because they have a place to work. They are not doing something wrong. And now it has come that we have to come out to know. Let's hear from the 2. Let us speak a little so that you can also get the idea why we are saying that we have that clean air. Please. Thank you.
Yes, my officers in the law. I don't need to introduce myself, and I don't want to introduce myself. I want to describe myself as the gentleman who was thrown on the streets after 22 years of doing his job. And it is quite painful. Not only painful, but it is hurting. And without no regards for my contribution in the society and what I've done within my community. You know, you can notice the way I'm talking now. Because of this, I had a partial facial paralysis, which I'm trying to heal from because of everything that has happened. It's painful. Now, but back to business. I'm standing here also with my fellow gentlemen because we have been thrown to the gallows. Thrown to the gallows in the sense that not me, my enemy has been slaughtered, but his case is still pending because he doesn't know what his fate is. Slaughtered because his shop has been taken away from me. As I'm speaking to you, I don't have a means of livelihood, no income. The Kemente came in and said, oh, they would help. But till now, I've not seen any help from the Kemente. It's a pity we have just few people here because I expected a broad audience. I wanted to see Jadnanansing. I met her before in front of the State House, and she told me to go to Raul once. Until date, the Kemente has not done anything. A certain member of the political party raised questions about my shop. And I'm sorry to say this, the Kemente lied about everything. I have everything here of black and white. That they were assisting me to get another shop, to do this, to do that. Until date, I've not heard or seen anything. You know, this goes further than this because I don't know if it's because, yeah, being a black man is something that has definitely played a role here. And also being a Nigerian. You mentioned something about, well, helping, maybe when people come in, you help them, you send them to societies or communities where they can help them. I can tell you, my shop, since I've been there over 22 years, I can tell you the number of Nigerians who just came into the society that I've helped. I've even given them money to go and rent hotels. That's a social mass public job I'm doing there. And despite that, Rochdale does not see it that way. And Rochdale happens to be an alliance partner in the master plan. Also, the police are also part of that. But despite all that, because I'm black and I'm Nigerian, I'm thrown to the gallows. It doesn't make sense. This is double standard. Double standard in the sense that the Kemente, they are saying that they are not a part to that contract. But I have something here. When Goodwill Homage had their problem, the Kemente stopped Rochdale from throwing him out. He had a school of 50,000. The Kemente went as far as trying to save him. But I don't owe Rochdale 1 cent. I've paid my dues, my rent till date, and the Kemente refused to act on my behalf. That is institutional racism. And I stand there to say it, that the system is racist by nature. I'm not going to make sports. You know, it has happened to me. I wrote a book about this before, whereby after I was left, till date, nobody apologized to me. I picked up the pieces and started building my life again. And 22 years later, thank God for the life of Peter L., the late Peter L. If not for him, I got it. It was through him I got a tiny fraction of what I spent on lawyers. I took 8 lawyers. A criminal needs just 1 lawyer to defend me. But an innocent man like me, I needed 8 lawyers to defend me. Spent, well, a huge fraction of money. And because of the police, I was able to get a huge fraction of that money back. But despite all this, I picked up the business and started working hard again. And 22 years later, another attack upon my life. You know? And for example, one of the ladies from Rochdale, she never liked the fact that I had stickers of my book on the window. So why is your window so filled up, whatever? And that same lady told me, listen, if you don't know what to do, or if you can't go in business, you have the right to ask for outcaring. So because I am black and I am in Nigeria, I belong to the lower rungs of the ladder, I should not grow higher. And that is exactly what is happening in our society today. They want to keep us in check. They want to keep us in check. But we are not like that. We are hardworking people. You may tell us as criminals, but go to America today. Most of the highly educated individuals in America are Nigerians. We've made our mark there. And that is what we are trying to do here, despite the language barrier. But nobody wants to appreciate us. Anywhere you go, it's a clog against the wind because of institutional racism. They are always trying to protect themselves, protect one another, you know. But I tell you one thing, no matter what happens, you see, what is presently happening here, it's not because we could choose to be violent. We could choose not to obey the law and take the law into our hands, but we are not like that. We are not like that. If what happened to me happened to a Moroccan. I said it on the video. I went with bended knees. Bended knee does not mean I'm begging. Bended knee is a sign, and I will do it again. It's a sign of protest. That I'm protesting against social injustice, social inequality, racism. That is my sign of protesting against it. It happened in America, and it will happen here. It may not happen today, but we have children growing up in this society. Our children are learning to be doctors. They are growing up to be lawyers. And they are going to learn what happened to their parents. They are going to read about it and see what happened, and they will not be happy. I can tell you one thing, you are setting a dangerous precedence for the future. As you make your bed, so shall you lie on it. If we don't take care of today, of what happened to us, the future is definitely going to take care of you through our children. You can't do this to a man with four children. All my children are still in school, right from the university to the middle bar school. How do you want me to train them? Would this ever happen to a white man? Would it happen to a Turkish? Would it happen to a Moroccan? But yes, I'm black and I'm Nigerian, so it can happen to me. I know your hands are tied. You can't say much. I was expecting Jadnanansing to be here so that I will show her the facts I have. You know? Because Rahul White has failed because of politics or elections. He has refused to answer me till now. All he's doing is sending his secretaries to me. And the secretaries, they claim they are trying to get me peace. Even somewhere I'm trying to get, they are even trying to be a clog in the wheel. But no problem. I may be down now, but I'm not out. I have a God that is bigger.
I want to react on your story. Thank you for telling your story. Because what I read in the paper, this is far more than I read in the paper. And I know about your shop, I know about the function of your shop. I've learned it when I came here. Colleagues already told me about what you're doing and what you're doing for the communities. And therefore, there's the only thing I can say, thank you for what you do for the community. And yeah, what we just discussed after your story was, yeah, our hands are tied, we have no part in this, and we cannot solve the problem. But we can acknowledge that there are things you are saying, we can acknowledge and reflect on the system, what you're saying. So I can understand your feeling, and we hear a lot of stories about it. So thank you for sharing the story, and thank you for being open to us.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, police. I don't have much to say. I just want to make a remark. And my remark is that let's not look at it as if to say you people are the one that will bear all the cross. Because, you people are the one we are seeing now here. I know there is many departments in this country that are supposed to be here. I'm pleading that next time we are having this type of gatherings, please let all of them be present for us to air our views, to say our mind. Because there's many things I want to say, but when I say it, you will tell me you are sorry, you cannot answer the question because the ball did not fall on your foot, which is true. You cannot say what you don't know. So for that, we swallow a lot of things we want to say today. But I'm pleading for next time, let all the processors be here for us to, any one question we ask, the person directly have to answer us. Because we are trying to make a dialogue, as you people say it, and we are ready. Nigerians are not bad people at all. We are very nice people. If you near us, if you come nearer to us, you will know that we are sweet people. We don't have much problems. But for them that maybe due to one thing or the other, no longer still knows us, we are still to say we are the worst, we are enemy. No, we are not like that. I'm telling you the practical truth. Nigeria are sweet people. We are sweet people. And very hard-working people. This dialogue, I thank God for today. As we started having this dialogue, I know in future, you people will understand understand your people very well. It's not easy to be an immigrant. It's not easy at all. It's very, very hard for us to be here. To tell the truth. I don't know, I know if people have never been maybe immigrants somewhere or someplace, you will understand what I'm saying. We are finding it very difficult in many ways to be here. And we need you people's cooperation. We need you people's help for us to stabilize here and do whatever people want us to do. We are law-abiding people, but sometimes situation made us to do one thing or the other that is not proper. So I'm begging and pleading that mainly you police, you people have to bear our cross for now. Now there is one thing that happened here. I observed it and I'm very happy. 3 of you here or 4 of you, because I didn't see the other man. You people, I count 4 policemen here before, but I didn't see one of you people now. Now we eat and wine together in my country, in Nigeria. When you eat with somebody and wine with somebody, what you did is like you have bond with that person. It's a covenant. We are looking up on 3 of you people now that we are giving us our body to care for us. You are the mouthpiece of all Nigerians now, because we have wine and dine with you people. You people are like our brothers and sisters now. If I see you tomorrow now, even if you are the other, I will be calling you. Politi, you have to see me. You are my brother. We eat and wine to dine together. We are in bond. That's the way we are living in Nigeria. So, in a nutshell, I thank you people for being here. I thank the organizers of this occasion. And I pray that the next one we have, it will be more better than what we have today. Because today we are talking with police. We don't have much things with you people. Because when you got police, hey, police I got, you tell you, I'm doing my job. You people's name is I'm doing my job. There is no other thing. Yeah, I'm doing my job. You don't have many questions to answer here. We know people we are looking for. It's a pity that they are not here today, but I pray next time they will be here. Thank you all.
Sorry if I'm starting like a broken record. I'm aligning with him, what he just spoke. It's just a question directly to you. Is it possible you help us to facilitate a meeting with the mayor of Amsterdam, a meeting with the prosecutor of Zuid Oost, and an official from IND? Because some of the questions being asked here today falls under their table. And I think it will be important if we are going to meet again, which I hope will be very soon, that if they cannot come, they should send a strong representative who will be able to address this concern. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you once more. As these are 2 gentlemen said about, calling the IND and other ones, I feel in my own, the way I think and reason, you two are something like an IND and the community just now. So if you go back to your places now, and this man said, this is our commander, please, I'm pleading. You can feel how these 2 gentlemen are feeling, I know, you say he doesn't know much about it, but you have had him after 22 years in Netherlands. More than that, of a shock, they kick him out. Okay, what is he going to do now? Is he going to go and start making out carrying with 4 kids? Or how is he going to pay his house rent, feeding his children? And him also, I can imagine the way Trump felt when they are talking. He said he cannot talk because he doesn't know what to say because he's sad. He's heartbroken. Since then, after how many months now, he's doing nothing. And he's still paying the house rent. Then, if he becomes a criminal now, they say he's a criminal, he's doing this. But now, you see, they're going to do a bad thing. So I'm pleading to 3 of you, I can feel, a lot of people are like, of course, now you're part of us, we're already having a covenant. So go back to the mayor, and I know you do everything we can do, tell them to feel how these women are feeling. We are all human beings. Thank you very much.
There are a lot of places provided to study Netherlands free. Amsterdam here. If you want a place, I'll show you. There are many places now to go to school, and there are people that go to school to learn the dance. I did also, a lot of people did also. Now, we are talking about, excuse me. Excuse me. Yes, you can. You can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, and yes, 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 yes. My own contribution here is to, because it's almost time, though I came late a little bit. I'm joining this gentleman here, what he said. Just for example, when I came last dialogue, I was convinced it was so nice because the police are here. The other guy, Peter, was also here. Peter was also here. And the one lady from government here to answer questions. But today, I find it so, it's not real. I didn't digest it good today because I didn't see, I saw only police. And we are not giving us we are not answering our questions. So I suggest what this gentleman said before. Please, Pan-African Apostle Archbishop, please make sure and do well to bring the mayors who are concerned and the ING and other people involved. Because if we stay here till now, till tomorrow, we are not wasting our time, but I think you're wasting our time because no question is being answered here. So I asked you and with the coordinator to please do us a favor and break down those involved to give us the answer. Thank you very much for your understanding.
I've been asked to say thank you to all of you that came here today. I don't think in my experience that we've had a successful meeting. I don't think we have a meeting that meets our questions. I don't think the meeting has been effective enough. I think we are going out here with empty hands. We came in empty, we're going empty. But I think the only thing we've been able to achieve here is to release a part of the burden that we brought here. I think it's not respectful to the community. If you really want to police community, I think it's not respectful enough to the community for us to gather here with our brethren and the leaders, and only the police are here, and consistently you are the only ones that are here. And that's why we won't sue you for coming illegally to the houses, yes, to do something when the basis of the underlying such an order given to the police was wrong. So, but I think somebody might decide to sue the police because the police came in when they were not supposed to be there because the order was given wrongly and the protocols were not followed. Some of us have lived in the Netherlands long enough to know that Netherlands is a land full of protocols. So if the things are not done properly, I think you may have a recourse to go the legal way. I do not, in my opinion, believe that not being able to speak Dutch should be an excuse to be treated as sub-women. I think we are women. I think we have Dutch people living in our communities in Nigeria. I think they make more money from Nigeria than we will ever make from the Netherlands. I think what we are asking for is to be respected as people. And the moment you stop to show respect to people, you invite another dimension to human behavior. And as people in the police force, you know that you have an ability to de-escalate a situation by the way you communicate. You come into an area, you assess the area. You say sometimes you go in there, you see people who are not officially registered there. But if you want to do police, community policing, you go for the reason why you are there and use your prerogative
not just as a person with a uniform. I like your uniforms, so. But you use your prerogative as a person and do what you're there to do. First generation immigrants, that's what we are. And life is very tough. You heard my brother here saying so many times the language is an obstacle. I'm telling you, the language is an obstacle. First, being black is an obstacle. Being an immigrant is an obstacle. The people you see here are not just here because they want to be here. They want to move forward. And that's why they have asked me to say thank you for believing in us and wanting to move forward with us. Those who decide not to move forward with us will remember their names on the election day.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Talk to me.